Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new here. So we're back in Appaloosa Plains renovating Mesa farm. This actually is a renovation rather than my, what do you want to call them, just like full gut jobs. It's definitely a renovation. The only bit that I do is I pull in a couple of walls, pull out a couple, and then I add a wraparound porch. So it's definitely more of a renovation rather than what I have been doing, so I hope you like. It was a 3-bedroom when you load into the game, a 3-bed 3-bath, and I do keep it as a 3-bed, so your Sims have a good decent size farmhouse. For a farmhouse, I do believe that you do have a wraparound porch, so hopefully I got that right, because I really liked how it looked, so I hope you do too. As you can see, I was messing around with the roof there. I was really struggling to put it how it's meant to be, but yeah. So this house actually houses the Marshall family that is made up of 2 Sims and then lots of pets. So as you load into the game, you will have Felipe and Kim, I do believe her name is. And in the bio it suggests that they can't have children. I do add in a nursery and a kids room in the house, just because if for whatever reason story progression makes them have a child, they will have somewhere to put the baby and the toddler, and then obviously once they grow up they have a bed. Because in my game, I don't know about yours, but if I have story progression going, they have kids like none other. I don't even know why, I really don't. Oh, excuse me if you heard that, my throat went really funny. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the Sims, and then I'm going to go back to the house, so feel free to mute me if you don't want to hear anything about the Sims, that's fine. So Felipe was originally engaged to Juanita, I think that's how you say her name, Blanco, who is with Barrington, which is really weird because Barrington was also engaged to Kim, which is the other person that lives in this house. Yeah. Anyway, so he is unflirty, loves the outdoors, great kisser, technophobe and good. He is a Cancer, or his zodiac sign is a Cancer. He's a Renaissance Sim, or wants to be a Renaissance Sim. His favourites are Latin, tri-tip steak and the colour aqua. So inside there is quite a lot of blue. There isn't too much of Kim's favourite colour, which you'll find out why in a moment. So as I said, for Kim, she had, or was married or engaged, I do believe it's married, I could be completely wrong, to Barrington, who is obviously now with Juanita. So her traits, she's a technophobe, family orientated, perfectionist, animal lover and is artistic. She is a Gemini. She wants to be an illustrative author. I can't say that word, so I do apologise. Her favourites are pop, autumn salad and the colour violet. So yeah, there's not too much violet in this house. I really struggle with bright colours. And yeah, so she has it in her actual clothing, which you'll see their makeovers right at the end of the video if you want to have a look and see what I did to them. Just because I know quite a lot of people don't like watching cast videos, which is completely fine. You can watch them right at the end if you so wish. And because they are both technophobes, you will not find a computer or a TV in this house because it gives them really bad moodlets. So yeah, I've tried to incorporate that. I did actually forget that Kim is artistic, so there isn't actually anything like an art easel or anything in this house, which I know, shocker, I normally add it in every single build, so yeah, that isn't on this house. But yeah, we're just doing the exterior here. It takes me a while to figure out what flooring I wanted to use. I think I actually go back to using the flooring that I use in the stable, which you'll see shortly. There is a garage. I've just put it the other side of where it was originally, so it was on the left. If you're looking at the house, it's now on the right. I just wanted to balance the house out a little bit more because it seemed to be quite left heavy, as the stable is also on the left hand side. But yeah, you should have already seen me do the stable, if that makes sense. I do believe I do the exterior of that in a little bit, but who knows, I could be completely wrong. But yeah, I hope you're all doing really well, guys. It's a scorcher of a one here in the UK at the moment. I do believe it's just going to get hotter, and tomorrow or tonight and tomorrow there's going to be storms, and I don't know about you, but I love thunder and lightning. I don't know what it is about it. I just find it so therapeutic. When you're just like laying in bed or just on the sofa, and you can just hear the thunder and the lightning and the rain. Obviously, in the UK, they're not storms like you can get in America or in Spain or anything like that. They're definitely not. Because I remember when I was on holiday, there was a storm just on the day that we were then leaving, and the rain, I've never seen anything like it. That was definitely an eye-opener for me. Yes, definitely. Yeah, definitely don't get that here in the UK. But yeah, so it's currently, what's today? It's Sunday here today. I've just been over at my grandparents'. I took my newborn son and I took my eldest son, that's weird to say, with me. And yeah, it's just been a nice day. It's quite warm here, as I said. And we've just been enjoying having some time outside. I did the gardening. I did some weeding. Sorry, I'm going to go off topic here, guys, because there's not too much to say about the house at the moment. Yeah, so I did some weeding outside, and I was only out there maybe like an hour and a half, 2 hours maybe at max. And I got burnt. I didn't put any like sunscreen on or anything because I wasn't like intending to be out for that long. And yeah, I got really burnt and it hurt, but... Hey ho, that was my own fault. Put your sunscreen on, kids. I don't know what it's like everywhere else at the moment, but put your sunscreen on. Don't do a plumb bob. So yeah, I'm going to go back to the build just for a second. For the stable, there is 2 areas for the horses to go around, I do believe. I can be completely wrong. I've done this quite a while ago. Well, I say a while ago. I could actually have a look like I did on the last one when I finished this, because I was building in Emerald Valley and I got like, what's it called? Like a builder's block in the middle of the build, which I will probably finish, hopefully, if it's not tonight, maybe tomorrow. Sorry, I'm like trying to find where my build thing is. When was the last time yeah, so basically I got builder's block. So I went to this house and... Oh, so it's not actually been that long. It's been 2 days since I finished it and it feels like a week. Anyway, yeah, so I can't even remember what I was saying, guys. Yeah, so I got builder's block and I just couldn't continue. So I basically stopped building on that and I came and built this, or renovated this, and I love how it looks and it's turned out. It is quite like object heavy, so if your computer doesn't like too many objects on a lot or too many flowers, this lot is probably not going to be the best for your computer. Hopefully, like with these renovations and everything for this whole world, it will be okay. I don't know, I don't know, I'm not going to play test it or anything, just because I haven't got time, if I'm completely honest with you. I wish I did have time, but I don't. Yeah, so this is the stable. I really like how it's turned out. There is just the 2 stables, a few little knickknacks at the bottom. There's nothing upstairs, which I've done in all the stables. I pretty much haven't put anything in. I just didn't feel the need to, but now thinking about it, I could have put like an art easel or something up there for Kim to do her art stuff. So if you download this and you wish to do that, I'd definitely say there's some space up there, or for like parties or anything like that, there's space up there for you to do that, because there is another entrance. Like the entrance is on the outside. So if you want to do that, just going in and recolouring everything in the stable. There is some like saddles in here, like fake saddles and bridles and things like that. I do believe they have 2 horses. They have like a horse and then a foal. It's been a while, I think so. Anyway, let's have a look. They have Oopsie Daisy, which is a cat, I do believe. Could be wrong. I think it is. Because it's really weird, because none of the animals like each other, which I thought was really weird. Maybe they don't. No, they only have a foal. Why did I think there was... It's called Goo Goo. What a name. So, Goo Goo, I'm going to go off topic, well, kind of off topic, but it's not. So this horse is untrained, but fast. How does that even go? Like, how... And they're clueless, like... I do believe I put the jumps and yeah, I do. I was just looking back, sorry. I've popped the fast racing thing. What is that even called? Like the racing posts? I've popped them in. So hopefully that'll help with the fast part. But the untrained, like, how can you be fast and untrained and clueless? That's kind of... It's quite a pretty horse, to be fair, but yeah. Has anyone actually played this family? Let me know in the comments down below if you've played this family before. And what they got up to. Feel free to join us in the Discord. The link is in the description down below. If for whatever reason it doesn't work, please do let me know and I can give you a fresh link. Yeah, this kitchen, I've used these counters, which I absolutely never ever use. You've probably never seen me use them before, and I just thought it fitted perfectly with the farm feel of this house. Or farmhouse, whatever you want to call it. I do change it to the ones with the corn on the window bit pane thing, these to here. And I absolutely love how it turned out. In the screenshots right at the very end, you'll see a picture of the kitchen and it looks so nice. So please do check them out and stick around for that. And as you can see, it's just sort of coming together. I am kind of getting a builder's block. I'm hoping it'll grow. I'm just going to do some... I think I'm going to stop with the renovations just for 2 moments, just so I can do something a little bit different. Might just build a couple of houses just for myself. Who knows, I might just go back and do some the base game plus. That will probably help. Just because these renovations, although they're pretty easy and yeah, I have to tailor them to the Sim family, which can be quite tiring, if that can even make any sense whatsoever. You're probably that doesn't even make sense, but it is, because I like to try and tailor the house as much as possible to the Sims, which obviously doesn't allow you too much freedom, which to be honest it's quite nice, but yeah, it doesn't allow you too much freedom. So you probably just saw that I've just pulled out every single type of animal hut thing, because in the house originally it did have literally every single type of animal that you could have is on this lot. So I wanted to keep that because in the bio it says that they buy lots of animals to sort of fill the void of not having children themselves. So you'll see that I will put pretty much one animal in every single room, which I really do like how it's turned out. And because in these renovations in Appaloosa Plains, I did keep forgetting to add the animals, which I probably will go back at some point and put just a couple of animals in each house, or at least one animal in each house if there isn't already. So yeah, in this room you've got the parrot tree thing, whatever you want to call it, but you'll have the hut in a different room. I think I put that one into the lounge. And yeah, so as you can see, it's all sort of coming together. The dining room, I did talk right through the kitchen. So in the kitchen there is a little table in there as well. I just thought they could have that as a breakfast table, and then this one be the more formal. And yeah, there's not too much in that room, to be fair. If I could talk, there is 2 fireplaces in this house, so hopefully there's no fires or anything like that. And then I also put in the wine racks, which I literally never do, and I really like how it's turned out. And I just put a couple of things on top with a painting, and yeah, just merging it in. And then we go back to the lounge, just popping in some little bits, and then I do put here these things here, and I make what's it called, kind of like a windowsill, but not a windowsill. And I just put a couple of things on there. So as you can see, this house is very blue. I wish I had used a little bit more colour, I think, but whatever, I've done it now. So yeah. And yeah, I don't really know what else to say about this room, to be fair. I'm just adding in all the cat toy things. I think I did it off camera, but I did add in the cat toilet into the barn just because there was no space in the laundry room. I can't even remember if I do the laundry room on camera, if I'm completely honest with you. Hopefully I do. It's just a little 2x2 room that is by the like between the dining room and the kitchen. And yeah, so as you can see, it's very, very blue. And then you've got the lizard tank down here with the parrot house. And then I think, oh, I do the dining room, if I could talk, the laundry room on camera. I'm surprised. I think I go back and I actually add tile. Yeah, here we go. I add tile in the kitchen. It's just got like a slightly like slaty blue sort of colour. And then up here I pop in another bookcase, because if there's a space, there's a bookcase going, and a little, I think I put in a chair up here as well, and another what's it called, like an uplight. What's that light called? Oh, this thing, what's that called? I've got a complete mind blank. You're probably all like screaming at me what it is. I'm going to watch this back and it's going to be like, yes, Plum Bob, that's what it is. But anyway, in this house, I should also mention I do use quite a few things from Buy Debug. I've been trying to get a bit better with using the Buy Debug stuff, because there's so many good things in there and I always forget to have a look. So yeah, because I've been watching a fellow simmer over here on YouTube called Teddy. I will link them down below if you haven't already watched their stuff. I've been loving watching what they do. They're like using CFE to like, it's just mental how they use it, and I really do think you should go check them out. They only have 800 subscribers and I'm just flabbergasted, guys, because they are incredible builders, and it just blows me away, guys. So please do go check them out if you don't know them already. So I've been watching them and they use quite a lot of stuff from Buy Debug, and I really want to get a bit better with doing that. I just think there's some really cool things in there and I think that would be cool. So yeah, just doing the bathrooms up here. There's literally nothing to say about it. It's, yes, as you can see, I add the little rubber ducky, and I do believe I put in some bubble bath as well, just for the little simmies to have a nice bubble bath. And then we're on to the main bedroom. The main bedroom is massive. I really didn't know what to do in here, so I just try and do my best. I put in some more bookcases, as you can see, a lounge chair. What else do I put in? The little, I don't ever really use that dresser, but I thought it went quite nicely with the bed, and then I put in a couple of chairs and then a side table as well, just to sort of make it all go together. And then we go in and recolour everything. I do believe I go with a nice blue in here, again with the blue. I'm just really struggling with the colour like violet. Like, I know I could use it as like an accent and everything, but I don't think blue and violet go very well. So yeah, I do use quite a lot more of the blue rather than the violet. And then I do believe I make the curtains a grey. As I said, I did this finished it 2 days ago, and I've already forgotten what I did. So as you can see also on the outside, I did the in the like square bits, I've popped in some fruit and vegetables. Because obviously it's a farm, so it's going to have farm things. And one thing I probably could have done was in the Buy Debug, they've got the harvester. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but I do think that would be quite good considering how big this farm is. It could be quite beneficial. I've also added in all the baby things. I know, as I said right at the beginning, that they probably, they wouldn't actually normally have this if they're not going to have children, or they can't have children, but as I said, Story Progression likes to give my Sims all the babies, so I just wanted to make sure that was included. I do believe I pop in a potty as well, and yeah, so this is a little toddler room or baby room, whatever you want to call it. I've tried to make it a little bit different to what I'd normally do, and yeah, so as you can see, I really like that. I want to call it a lava lamp because that's what it reminds me of. But yeah, what is that even called? I don't even know. I might have to have go and have a look in game what it's called, because that's going to annoy me. But yeah, and then I do believe we go on to the kids room, next, so in the kids room, it is a twin room, just because I wanted to make sure that if they have too many kids, there is beds for them, because if not, they get moved out, which is really annoying. I don't know if anyone else has that like problem, that if there's too many Sims that don't have a bed, they then get moved to somewhere else, and I really want them to stay in this house because I think it suits them quite nicely. And yeah, I did struggle with the colour of this rug. I really wanted it to be yellow, but I didn't want it to be too like in your face yellow. But yeah, so this is where the twins room is. It's just going to have a a twin bunk bed. And then I put in the rodent, I think it's called, the rodent tank. And then I pop the other one, I think it's the turtle or something, into the parents' room, because I needed that to be included as well. And yeah, just making sort of like a collage wall. I really like how it turned out. I was going to put a computer in here, and then I thought, but if the parents go in here, they're going to get a really bad moodlet, so I decided not to do that, and then that can be somewhere that the kids do their homework. Oh, excuse me. I make it quite like a nautical theme in here, and I really like how it's turned out. So as you can see in a moment, you'll see me change the bedspreads, and you can see the rubber dinghy on the wall. So as you can see, changing the colours. I was going to do that like skull and bones on the bottom for like a pirate theme, but I didn't like how it looked. I don't believe I keep it, or do I? That's what I did. I changed the colour of it because I didn't like how dark it was. No, I do change it. I change it to this one here, which is like the maps, like skull and maps, and then yeah, it just reminds me of like seaside nautical theme. I don't know. I'm just rambling on now, guys. So I'm going to love you and leave you here with some music. Please do stick around for those screenshots, as well as like the cast videos. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. I hope you're all doing really well. Let me know what you've been up to, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.